Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Wrestling with Things. We wrestle with all sorts of things in sports and entertainment. And now, here are your hosts, David and Sammy Joseph.
Welcome to another episode of Wrestling with Things. Do not forget to subscribe to us on YouTube at Wrestling with Things. Hit the subscribe button at the bottom right corner of your screen to keep up with all our interviews and conversations on the sports and entertainment world. And Sammy, speaking of some sports entertainment, let's get into some pro wrestling. Let's get into some rapid news topics and rumors that are going around lately. There's rumors on the street that RVD is open to talks with WWE to work with them in some form, and he confirmed that he's doing some type of content with them. It might be some video related content that might open up other talks. Sammy, do you want to see RVD back? What are your thoughts on this? Do you think he could, fit in well and bring in some value on the current roster?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure I want to see RVD, but we can definitely use him. You know what I mean? Because he'll fit perfectly in with these high flyers anyway. These guys who want to jump around 15 times anyway. You know what I mean? Like, he'll fit right in and be able to put some of these guys over that actually need it.
Yeah, I do think he would be. It's Rob Van Dam. He's won every championship that's important. He's the only man to hold the ECW championship and the WWE championship at the same time. And that's when the ECW world title was actually being taken seriously. So he's a very decorated and proven veteran. And like you said, this era is based off athleticism. And even though he's an older man, he's proven that he could still perform. He's still in shape. He's in TNA still performing, even though that's a lower, lesser company, but he's still in ring shape. But, I don't think anybody's begging for RVD. I love him, and I do think he could teach a lot behind the scenes and, rub some knowledge off on the guys and teach them how to work smarter, not harder, and not break down their bodies, too early in their career. But, does the WWE really need another veteran put over man like a la Jeff Hardy? That's no disrespect to Jeff Hardy, because I think he's still doing some good stuff, but they have enough of those. They got the Jeff Hardys, the Dolph Zigglers, the Robert Roods, those high reliable veterans that will make the mid card look great, but sometimes they might flirt with the main event.
Well, but those guys don't have the resume and the legitimacy of RVD, and that's the only reason why we could use somebody like RVD anyway. Because when you look at the Bobby Roods of the world and those guys, they're still trying to make a legacy for themselves.
That's true. That's true. You got that.
And that's what they really need to focus on.
And let's end on the last rumor before we get on the main topic. We'll get to Melina, another wrestler who's being rumored to come back. Former women's champion Melina, who used to be with John Morrison and Eminem. Sammy, do you think Melina could give this, women's division a shot in the arm?
No.
No!
She would not last.
Come on, Sammy. You didn't even think about it. You had your mind made up right when you heard her name. No.
Not as a competitor. As a manager, maybe you could come be a manager. Bro, we all seen how she fought before, bro. She fights like a WWE diva.
It's not
a WWE woman.
Let's give her credit. Let's give her credit. If you go back on that WWE network, which I know you have access to, that lovely library of content, although she was in that Divas era where all they did was slap, cat, fight, and pull hair, she was one of the few divas that actually had athleticism and it was pulling off things. She actually had a moveset more than a lot of people. She was ahead of her time a little bit. And she had the acting skills. I think that's where she shined. She had the promo and the acting skills. She was the mouthpiece for the Eminem and John.
No, I remember that.
They were good talkers at the time.
But that's what I'm saying. If we're talking as a manager, I think we could use her as that because we don't have enough managers. You know what I mean?
No, she still hones her craft, even though she's not in WWE. She's in shape and she's worked on her craft.
I could believe that, but who's she gonna come back and hang with?
I think Raw's women's division needs it desperately. I'll tell you this, Melina brings more value to the women than RVD could bring to any men's roster right now, in my opinion. The women need star power.
She would be the same case. They would just bring
star power.
They would just bring her because she was here before.
Star power in the women's.
They would bring her in because she was here before, and they would just make her lose to all the current up-and-coming great divas now. I think it would be the same case. Just like Mickie James.
You got to bring Mickie James up. She hasn't done a damn thing since she came back. I think Melina would be a little better.
You know why? It's because she's a WWE diva, not a woman.
Mickie James was good the whole time though. Mickie James was actually in the brief time when they had a few good wrestlers with Lita and Trish. Lita and Trish are two of the best ever.
Those are divas, bro.
You're disrespected.
Those are divas.
Trish Stratus is Trish Stratus.
Brother, those are divas.
She was arguably the best woman ever before Charlotte. Trish Stratus.
Come on, bro. Because look who was around. It was a terrible crowd. In terms of fighters,
Beth Phoenix. Come on. You don't think that those women are good performers? Those are some legends.
Man, come on, dude. They're legends just because they were there first. If the divas now
they had great memorable performances.
If the divas now were there back then, they would destroy them. Because these divas actually focus on actually competing and fighting.
That's true. They took it to another level, but that four I just named, I think, were pretty good. Trish, Lita, for sure. Beth Phoenix, little bit of Mickie James.
Yeah,
Michelle McCool was at one point.
Victoria.
Victoria was
You're right. There was
and they were at trying.
You know what I mean? But they can't hang with these new chicks.
That's not fair.
It's the truth.
That's not that fair to me.
Come on, Dave.
All right, let's close with the main topic. We just seen this week. It was the ultimate twist. And we don't get a lot of organic surprises. Mustafa Ali was revealed as the leader who's been pulling the strings behind this renegade group of up-and-coming stars in mask and black hoodies causing chaos. Sammy, what are your thoughts on this twist? And do you think it has some potential here to make TV interesting?
Listen, the fact that they even made Mustafa the ringleader of all of this, it just shows that they don't think this is going to go too far. They don't think this is going to cause a big impact. You know what I mean? Because if they thought it was going to be something serious, they would have made someone serious actually take that position. Mustafa, he's not someone serious, man. They should have made Mustafa the beneficiary of what this crew is supposed to be.
I don't know. I understand what you're saying. You know, he hasn't really done much in his career. He hasn't really strung together some highlight matches or highlight, interviews and promos. He hasn't done anything. Mm-hmm. But if you look at the context of storytelling, it makes sense. If you remember Kofi Mania, when Kofi, started making noise a year ago in the road to WrestleMania, he got that opening to win over the crowd in such an organic way because he took Mustafa Ali's spot in the Elimination Chamber. And then after that, they swept Mustafa under the rug and never plucked him in anything relevant again. Storyline wise, as a bad guy, that's some creative material there to use in and express and explain the reasoning behind why he's leading this group. And a lot of the NXT rookies that are in that group have a lot of storyline reasons and things that they could use that feel real and will be real and will make for good TV possibly. But, I'm only skeptical about this because I haven't heard too many great promos from Mustafa Ali. He's not he's a very articulate man, and I like what he stands for. His character has, much largely been, he's not a stereotype. He's that, Muslim guy that, fights for justice. So I just don't see how he can make that transition and be casted and perform well as a bad guy, because to me, he's almost a quintessential good boy. So it's going to be interesting to see.
I mean, I don't think it's going to go far. This is somebody who started off as a typical cruiserweight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you're right, he did get a little buzz when he had a great match with Kofi. I think he could put on great matches. I really do. You know what I mean? But as the ringleader of a faction?
Chris Jericho started off as a cruiserweight. Eddie Guerrero started as a cruiserweight. I'm just saying.
Chris Jericho, right when he came in, showed people he could talk.
He did. But he started in his career as a cruiserweight.
You know what I mean?
He had to come up.
And this dude has not showed us yet that he has enough talking ability to run a faction. Everybody who runs a faction usually has like a serviceable talking ability.
Yeah, I would actually say that's the main requirement. You gotta be the best talker that could mostly cover up the time of the segments and set the tone for the rest of the guys to just get in their quick points in and their bullet points in. You're supposed to carry the load on the microphone. I don't know if I see that in them.
I mean, I'll give him like a 5% chance of shocking the world.
I think he has a small chance. I'm going to give it some more time to play out. But you know what? They got my attention with the fact that they're beefing with the Hurt Business, because it looks like I'm guessing the route they're going to go in, this group, Retribution versus the Hurt Business and the Hell in a Cell. That'd be, when's the last time we saw a faction versus faction in a Hell in a Cell? If they go that route, I think that's going to be a real good match, and it could be possibly a strong way. If they beat the Hurt Business, Mustafa Ali got everyone talking. That's a start. But I'm rooting for the Hurt Business, dog. You know why I mess with the Hurt Business? They be killing dudes every week. Every week.
I mean, I like the Hurt Business too, but they're gonna go and try to give them the lift, because those guys are veterans anyway who've been in the game for a long time.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So I don't think that's a serious enough thing to put them on notice or to say that they've arrived. You know what I mean?
You don't think that's enough?
No,
a new group,
not.
a new group
full of black people.
A new group beating the hottest, arguably the hottest thing going in the genre right now, ain't gonna get them attention. People are already talking about it. That'll get them talking more.
I don't know. I gotta see who these other guys are.
The other guys is Dominic Dijakovic. He was in NXT. He's really good. He was feuding with Keith Lee. Keith Lee was like his rival in NXT. He's like a 330-pounder, could do crazy cruiserweight moves. I wonder if they're going to let him be himself under this character. I hope so, because he's really good in the ring. I haven't heard too many great promos from him, but he's a crazy super heavyweight. Like, he's crazy. He's kind of like a Keith Lee, but he's more like slim and muscular. Like, and then they got the black guy with the dreads on there.
Yeah, I see him.
Madden. I haven't seen him. I haven't actually seen him in a match, but I do know he was trained in Booker T's school, I believe, and he has a lot of upside. So the other guys I haven't seen too much of, but I do know Dominic Dijakovic, who I think that his name's gonna be T-Bar. Why they give them whack names though? Their names are awful, bro. T-Bar.
It wasn't a real good introduction. That's what I mean.
T-Bar.
And I need to see who's gonna be the breakout from it. I need to see more how they carry on the story.
One thing's for sure. I do agree with you. I think they were like, at first, this was clearly an idea that you could tell the ideas that WWE holds close to their heart. Yeah, you can tell the ideas that WWE holds close to their heart, and they plotted every detail from the timing, the setting, and the tone, and how they roll it out, and the theatrics. But you could tell this idea was like, hey, we'll think about this later. We'll think about it when we get there. And Mustafa Ali was just thrown in this, I think, mainly to give them a guy that we actually know, a face that we've actually seen on TV. It was a desperation move, I think.
I think so too.
Just to be like, hey, let's give them something. But I do think the execution has been poor so far. But this gives it a chance to turn around.
Because hear me out. Like you usually when you see a crop full of new people like that, they usually align them with somebody who has a crazy legitimacy. Yeah. Like if they really care about it going far, like the Shield when they came in, they was right next to CM Punk. You know what I mean? And then Evolution right next to Hunter.
Yeah.
It's usually somebody who can, just do everything, and then you guys feel comfortable when you feel comfortable.
Yeah. It's definitely someone who has like a resume that's already, established with the audience a bit and established with their careers.
That's what I mean.
That's how I know it was a desperation.
Dave, let's keep it real. We barely know Mustafa.
Yeah. All we know is that he used to be a cop in real life, and he stands for justice and good in real life. That's it.
That's
it. A little bit about his
culture. We seen him in 205, and that was it.
Yeah.
He came to SmackDown. Didn't even get legitimized in SmackDown yet.
Well, maybe this is a chance. Maybe this is a chance for them to find a diamond in the rough, or for these guys to elevate each other. That's the best thing they could hope for.
They should have at least let him win like a mid-card title first. Before they even...
He never really built that momentum to earn it, honestly. Like you said, dude, he's not really known. Even though he has a little fan base, but he's not known on the mainstream basis like that. He hasn't developed that connection with the audience. Good in-ring performer, but you need to develop the connection with the audience. You need to not only be consistent in the ring, consistent on the mic. He needs to do those a little more.
I'm doubtful on this, man. I'm doubtful on this.
I'm doubtful too.
I'm gonna give this 2 months.
Because they're beefing with the Hurt Business, I'm giving them a little bit of time here. I hope they lose, actually.
If they lose,
by the way,
they're definitely going down to 2 months.
By the way, on Corey Gray's podcast, Bobby Lashley continues to really say whether it's a fight in an octagon, a shoot fight, or a real match, he wants Brock Lesnar. That's all he ever wants. He said every time he goes on social media, that's all the fans ask for. Sammy, we want it to happen. Stop acting like you don't want to see it. Stop acting like you don't like great matches. Stop acting like it's not a marquee match. That's a money match.
He's not marquee enough.
Oh, come on, man. He is marquee.
Well, he thinks just because he did a little Bellator You know what I mean? He's gonna do.
So you're telling me if Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley are fighting in this corner, in that corner, wherever you're at,
Bobby Lashley's getting laid out.
You're crazy. I have a theory. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to sound prejudiced, and I'm not. Everybody that knows me knows I don't roll like that. But if a big black guy and a big proven white guy is in the same ring fighting, I'm picking the proven black guy. I'm sorry. I'm just doing it.
He's not even proven.
He's proven.
He's not even proven. He's never even made it to UFC.
He's proven.
He didn't even get to make it.
You know what? Bellator.
And he's never even been. He's never even been WWE champion. It's even worse if you want it in the fake fight. He's losing in 2 seconds if you go in the fake fight.
You're right about that. That's coming. But you do know Bellator MMA has legitimate fighters that been fighting their whole life.
No, they do, but it's a whole different ball game when you're talking about Brock Lesnar, someone who beat Randy Couture in the third fight.
You're right. I'm not comparing their MMA accolades. He's not touching Brock Lesnar.
No, I'm just saying he doesn't want that fight.
All I'm saying is pro wrestling, whether it was pro wrestling, a fight in the brawl, a fight in the bar, a fight in the park, a fight on the streets, or fight in the octagon, or a shoot match, or Raw Underground, I want to see it. I need them in the ring together.
Well, why do you want to see him get his ass whipped?
Why don't you want to see it? Make no sense. This is entertainment.
Because I know he's going to get his ass whipped, Dave. I know he's gonna get his ass whipped, whether it's fake or real. He's gonna get his ass whipped. Either or. It's like picking what does he want.
That's not happening. That's not happening.
Absolutely, it's
give him credit.
If he wants to under Vince, it's gonna be worse for him. It's gonna be worse for him.
You're telling me Bobby Lashley has no respect from you over the years to the fact that you don't think he's a threat? He's not
Brock
a threat.
Lesnar? To Brock Lesnar. You know Brock Lesnar's a Hall of Famer, right? If Brock Lesnar leaves right now,
a threat to everybody.
If Brock Lesnar leaves right now in either or sport, he's a Hall of Famer. You can't say that about Bobby Lashley.
That's not where I'm at. Is he a threat?
No.
He's a threat to
He's not a threat.
So Bobby Lashley,
how you a threat when you
so any marquee you put Bobby Lashley on, it's not believable? You're bugging, bro.
No.
It's believable. And the fans are into him.
Dave, can I ask you a question? Who is he beat?
CEO of the business.
Who is he beat?
Who is he?
Let me ask you that question with a serious face on. Who is he beat?
Who is he beat? Roman Reigns.
What Hall of Famer has he beat?
Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns ain't a Hall of Famer.
You're lying now.
No.
You're really lying now.
He's not a Hall of Famer. How is he a Hall of Famer?
He's a Hall of Famer.
He just got healed. He's still trying to make a legacy for himself. What are you talking about?
He's a Hall of Famer. Him and Seth Rollins are set in stone Hall of Famers. As the Shield and as individuals. Come on, man. Come on. Don't do this to me, man.
Nah, you can't say set in stone, Dave. Come on.
It's getting cold outside, but I think you're getting colder inside your heart, man.
I'm just cold-hearted.
You're cold-hearted.
I'm not cold-hearted. I'm saying I'm asking you, who is he beat that is a legitimate already Hall of Fame?
Roman Reigns, John Bradshaw Layfield.
Okay, I'll give him JBL. I'm not giving him Roman because Roman's still making himself.
Who else? I got Big Show. Him and Big Show had a really great feud.
Okay. Big Show's top 50. I'll give it to him.
Big Show? Come on, bro.
But that's not enough for you to get in the ring with Brock Lesnar?
Bro, if you could put, I'm sorry, I don't care. Stop acting like in certain cases, he has just enough of a marquee name. I'm not saying he's a megastar like John Cena or Brock or Triple H, but he has enough of a credibility. He has enough credibility in a brand name that and the size. Stop discounting the size factor. It's about seeing two physical specimens, the immovable object versus the irresistible force.
Dave, okay.
That always works.
This is what I'm trying to say.
Let them go at it. Hell, Samoa Joe was in the ring with Brock Lesnar.
And he got his ass whipped. And he got his ass whipped.
I'm not taking that, dog.
And he got his ass whipped. That's what I'm saying. If you put him in the ring, it's gonna be a quick fight. It's not gonna be some slobber knocker.
Bobby Lashley's a lower card wrestler than you now. He's a curtain jerker.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
He's a jobber that gets squashed.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying Brock Lesnar is a mega prize fighter. The dudes that give him slobber knocker matches are the dudes that are already mega stars or they're Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
Lashley's not
everybody that gives him a good match. Finn Balor's a megastar. He hung in there with him for about 12 minutes.
12 minutes,
What are you saying?
12 minutes is a slobber knocker fight.
That's long for a Brock Lesnar match. We've seen Brock go in the ring with Hunter for 20-something minutes. I'm just saying, Finn Balor didn't get squashed. He got his offense in. Most of the time, Brock's matches are one-sided.
He got a typical babyface comeback, and then it was over. That's what it was. You really think Lashley's gonna give this man some slobber knocker type fight?
To me, I believe it.
He will what?
He would get. This would be the win. Honestly,
would be the win.
That win is the win that would make Lashley.
I think you forgetting he's black too.
What?
I think you forgetting he's black too. What makes you think this dude's gonna come on?
Yo, it's a new time. Black people run the WWE. If you're not noticing, Bianca Belair is coming up in the women's division. The Hurt Business is running the show as far as giving entertainment value every week. Keith Lee is the hottest rising star. It's a new time, man. It's a new time. Big E's coming up on SmackDown.
And Lashley's not really in any of those equations like that.
Yes, he is. The Hurt Business is built around him.
It's built around MVP. It's built around MVP. MVP is doing 90% of the job for them.
Dog. You're really cold.
MVP isn't doing 90% of the job for them. They can't talk.
You're sick.
Come on, let's keep it real.
It's built around the credibility of Bobby Lashley. Who's the only one with a championship right now?
Okay. But that's not even is that even a real title?
That's a beautiful United States championship, man. It looks great on him. You see that new design? I know you like that new design, man.
So you telling me somebody that's holding the United States champion is gonna give Brock Lesnar comp?
Yo, it's important for him to hold that championship right now because he's not gonna get any close to it while Drew has it because Drew got it on lock. Why not have the next best thing?
And you want to know something funny? Brock Lesnar could come tomorrow and win that title.
No, not in 2020.
Are you kidding me?
He's hiding. He doesn't want to.
He's hiding.
He's hiding.
Brock Lesnar could come tomorrow and win that title.
Nah, man.
You see what I'm saying? That this is the type of magnitude you gotta be to fight that dude. Like,
that's not true.
Yeah, bro. To give him a real competition fight, you
Finn Balor fought him.
You know who we want?
Braun Strowman.
We want The Rock.
Braun Strowman fought him.
If we're gonna fight anybody black, David, it's gonna be The Rock.
You're disrespecting Bobby Lashley, man. That's one of the. Come on, if we're talking about best matches to never happen, he got Sting versus Undertaker. To never happen. Sting versus Undertaker, one of the best matches to never happen.
Okay.
The Rock versus Shawn Michaels,
one
of the best matches to never happen.
Absolutely.
I believe Shawn Michaels and Eddie Guerrero. You could put Brock and Bobby Lashley in that category.
No.
Brock and Batista.
Bobby Lashley doesn't fit in with the names you just said.
Oh, you're sick, bro.
He doesn't fit in.
Why are you?
He's not even a top 50 wrestler of all time.
Bobby Lashley is the full package, man.
Man, he's not even a top 50 wrestler of all time.
I don't know if I could say.
I don't even know if he's a top 5 black wrestler.
I can't say he's a top 50 wrestler, but I could say.
Is he a top 5 black wrestler of all time?
He's one WWE championship or one big moment away from being a Hall of Famer. To me,
if he gets that, okay, we'll have a different conversation. But is he a top 5 black wrestler right now of all time? No.
Currently a wrestler? Of
all time. All time.
Well, you know he's not.
He's not better than Mark.
I count The Rock. I know a lot of people
don't. He's not better than Mark. He's not better than Mark. He's not better than Booker T.
Why isn't he better than Mark?
What are you talking about right now?
Other than the fact that Mark won the world championship. Why isn't he better than Mark?
What are you talking about? Mark has succeeded.
Seriously.
Mark has succeeded in every lane.
Nah, I respect Mark. Mark has had a good career, but is Mark a better talent than him?
Yes.
If you were starting a wrestling promotion, you're signing Mark.
I'm signing Mark Henry.
Wow, you're not signing Mark Henry. Bro.
I'm signing Mark Henry.
You're going to be limited to him being that big, scary monster only. That's it.
That's all he could do.
That's not all he could do. He was a great good guy.
He could just be a big bully. That's all he could do.
He was a great good guy that beat up the bad guys.
Yeah, and he didn't say nothing, and he just came in and beat people up.
Yeah, he was a Goldberg type. Why do everybody act like there's only one type of main eventer now? There's a lot of ways to skin a cat. You could be the all-American mega hero like Hulk Hogan and Cena. You could be the scrappy underdog like Daniel Bryan or Eddie Guerrero. You could be the meathead that like the physical specimen like Goldberg. Why can't Bobby be the Goldberg?
You want to know something?
He has way more talent than Goldberg.
Do you want to know something? Dudes like that don't last.
Yo, you're sick.
Dudes like that, they don't.
Goldberg was
Am I lying to you?
What do you mean?
Am I lying to you? Goldberg didn't even last outside of WCW.
Goldberg was Universal Champion last year, bro. That means he has the longevity. That to me means he has the longevity to come back.
David, that was a thank you run.
Care.
That was a thank you run.
No. The one when he beat Kevin Owens was the thank you run. The one when he beat Brock.
They both was thank you run. Thank you.
What are they thanking him for? His first run sucked.
Thank you for coming here and performing and getting hurt.
Yo, you're cooking. Yo, that's true.
That's really what it was. Thank you for coming here and getting hurt and busting your ass on TV, son. That's all it was, dude.
Yo, Goldberg was tight in that documentary when he slipped, when he did the jackhammer to Rusev, and when he found out he was hurt, he was like, "Oh, I'm busting my ass 24/7 just for this to happen." You're right. They thanked him for that.
That's all it was. It was just thank you runs. Dudes like that don't last, dude. If you're just gonna come here and think you could put on a streak, beat everybody up in your path, you're not gonna last here, bro.
Well,
Goldberg had a 3-year. Goldberg had a 3-year prime.
But Bobby didn't rely on the streak. I think Bobby
did.
Nah, he didn't rely on the winning.
Outside of the ECW shit, he was fizzling.
Nah.
He was beating everybody in ECW.
I think he was starting to hit his peak right before he decided to leave like a dummy. He was hitting his peak when he was fighting John Cena. Had he stayed, that might have been his time, bro.
He wasn't going to beat John Cena.
He was going to beat John Cena, bro.
He wasn't going to beat
That was a classic. I go back and watch that sometimes. That was a classic. He stepped up. He looked like he belonged with Cena. Don't lie. Don't lie.
Come on, Dave, man. That dude was not going to beat Cena.
It took all of Cena.
That was super
to get out of that one.
That was the Super Cena era.
So
nobody was
Super
fucking with
Cena. Got beat sometimes.
Yeah, by other legitimate Hall of Fame type dudes like Triple H, Randy Orton, Batista. You know what I mean? Like, you got to be in that cloth. Like, he didn't stay long enough to get in that cloth. That's what I'm saying.
Yes, sir, man.
He's not better than Mark. Like, Mark stay
All
long
right,
enough.
so Mark Booker T and The Rock. Who else do you think's better than him?
I now have to say Kofi.
Yeah, I'll respect Kofi.
I now have to put him in there.
Kofi has more influence and impact.
Who else am I gonna go with here?
Ahmed Johnson. Let me guess. You gonna say some
Ahmed's just
guy like
him.
that?
Ahmed's just like him. I'm not gonna do him like that.
Wow, Ahmed's like
just like him. I'm not gonna do that. Who else am I gonna go with here? Oof. I gotta dig deep with this one. This is crazy. Maybe I'll give him the 5 spot. Maybe I'll give it to him.
Shelton? I don't think Shelton's better than him.
Shelton does have a better resume.
I don't think he does.
But
I don't think he's better than him. Who else?
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Come on. Who else? Maybe it's because we're struggling to think a little bit, but I don't think there is another one. If I MVP, not really.
No, MVP. He didn't stay long enough neither.
He didn't stay long enough.
He didn't stay in that. Wow. This is how tough the black climate is, though. This is, you know what I mean? We can't even dig names up.
Well, it's a really white sport.
This is how much we've been oppressed in that environment. Seriously.
Yo, they're coming around. A year from now, Keith Lee. You think Keith Lee looks better against Brock Lesnar than Bobby Lashley? Because I think they both got a great match in them with Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar could take them to another level.
They just gotta do some stuff first.
You saw the crowd oohing and eyeing when Keith Lee stepped in the Rumble with Brock. He got the most attention when he got in that face-off with him.
Yeah,
and they fought for just like a couple minutes.
He definitely has the look for it. I'll give him the look. But
his wrestling ability.
I need to see these dudes beating up dudes like Seth and Roman first. I gotta see that. You know what I mean? Before I could take you serious against him. You know what I mean? This dude's like the modern day Andre the Giant.
Oh my God.
Seriously. Like when he comes, you know it's a spectacular reason. It's not gonna be just for some dude who's losing on Raw every week. Like, come on, like
he's been winning a lot. Bobby's been winning a lot.
You know what I mean?
Since the Hurt Business, he barely loses. MVP was the key to making him credible enough to be against Brock and Heyman. I'm sticking with that. We need to have it happen. We need to have it happen. Hell, Survivor Series maybe? Shoot. That's right around the corner. Maybe Survivor Series, maybe Royal Rumble. That's perfect. Those are the perfect events for that type of match. Not quite WrestleMania, but something big.
Oh, and to go back to the list, I forgot my man Ron Simmons. I'm sorry.
I'm not putting him there by technicality.
I'm sorry. No.
He's more of a bigger legend than him, but I don't think he's a better performer than him.
No. Ron before in WCW
mic skills, ring work. Look. No.
Ron had a look, bro. Ron was built. Ron was built, bro. Go back and look. Ron was built.
Nah, Ron was built, but he wasn't a better performer. Come on.
Yo, he won in every level, bro. First, he's
a tag team.
He's actually the first black champion.
He is. That's his legacy right there. I respect it.
You know what I mean? And then he won in the
he's
tag
not
team,
remembered for much.
Mid-card. He's not a huge remembered legend. You're right. He's more remembered He's more remembered for the tag team.
I'm not giving it to him. but I respect what he's done. He has to me, his legacy's APA for me.
That's what I mean. He's more remembered for the tag team because that tag team was legendary. But he did win in every level, so I might have to give him the slight edge. Like I said, if Bobby can somehow get into
if
that,
Bobby gets
and
one
win,
championship or one win against Brock, to me,
if he can get into that, I'm gonna consider.
He's a made man. He might surpass Kofi.
Yeah.
And I might consider Booker T.
Depending on how his run is?
I might consider Booker T.
No.
Depending how the run goes, if he wins it.
He's not fucking with Booker, period.
You're sick, man.
Period.
He might.
He ain't got shit on Booker. What are you talking about? Booker?
If he wins the championship...
Booker was a total package player.
He was. But if Bobby Lashley wins the championship and makes the title run great, it doesn't matter.
You got to get at least. He got to get at least three.
WCW.
He got to get at least three.
Weak ass WCW.
What do you mean? He had 2 here.
That's it.
Oh, you know what I mean? Like that's hard to do. How many other black niggas can say they got 2 here?
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? Like, let's keep it real.
It's a new day. I'm telling you, man.
I'm nah, he ain't got nothing. He's gonna have to do a lot to get Booker, to catch up to Booker. He got to get at least 2 more.
Damn, I don't mean to throw dirt on Mustafa Ali. This was supposed to be mainly the spotlight on his takeover, but the most interesting thing out of the news was Bobby Lashley. The prospect of Bobby and Brock took over, and I don't care because that's just how good the thought of it is. It outshined this dude.
Look, it's just how it goes, dude. Because Mustafa, I feel bad, dude. Why would they even put him in that position? He should have been the guy who springboards out and does something. You know what I mean? Like that young dude who usually benefits, like the Randy Orton for Evolution.
Yeah.
The
guy that turns good first.
Yeah, like he should have been one of those guys. Like, not the leader. Now I can't even take the group seriously. The leader?
Yeah. Like I said, I don't see him. I want to see it, but I don't buy him as a villain. He doesn't look like a bad guy. He like Drake said in that Duppy song, he looks like an approachable dude. He just looks too approachable, man. He looks nice. So I want to see this, man. Like they might have casted him. This might set him up to fail because I don't see him getting aggressive and making it look good.
That's what I mean.
Making it look good.
I don't expect it to like I said, I'm giving it a 2-month stretch before it fizzles out.
Not even by series, basically. That's to me. That's because Survivor Series is about pay-per-view. Huh?
You think it's over by next pay-per-view?
Nah, I think I'm saying if by November in Survivor Series they're not doing consistently good stuff and creative stuff, I think they're gonna get scraped, yo. I wouldn't be surprised if Vince just took them off TV because he does that sometimes when he doesn't believe in it. Like he'll scrape it.
Wow, so you think 1 month? You went even further.
That's how long I'm giving them. If they don't make noise by then I don't see it like that.
Wow.
Because by December's like the slowest months of wrestling interest. They're gonna do the tribute to the troops. Well, maybe not this year. those random shows. Knowing them, they'll probably do a show where only the troops are the virtual fans or something. They'll probably do something like that these days. They got the virtual fans now. Oh man, we slackened. Word on the streets is the Florida governor saying that WWE has the green light to operate at full capacity now with fans. They're bugging. Yo, they want people to die so bad and get sick.
So they're letting them come back?
They WWE didn't say that they are bringing fans back, but the Florida governor just said, "Yo, the NFL and WWE could have arenas up to 65K if they want to."
65.
That's fucking.
That's a
ridiculous.
Lot of people. Nah, that's a lot. That's too much people.
That's just trying to get people sick. What's wrong with this evil business?
He should have said like 5,000 or something.
Yeah, at least maybe not even maybe if you want to be really cautious,
just like
500, and make them spread out and sit up way apart in the stadium. But
that's what I mean.
65K? They're all gonna be near each other.
Or he should at least say you guys could fill one section, and that's it. You know what I mean? Something like that. That's too much. I don't know. I don't know how.
Bad idea.
Yeah, I don't think that's a safe move, man. But knowing Vince, he might risk it.
I'm scared, yo. I don't agree with him if he does that. Hell, I miss going to shows, but I ain't going in no show with 65K fans. I ain't even going if there's 1,000. So
I think NFL will risk it too, because by next year, they're gonna have to.
NFL and WWE like to risk it. They don't give a fuck. They like to try to go all out.
I don't know. I think that's an opening for something bad to happen. Seriously.
Nah, that puts the wrestlers at risk. I think a lot of fans and wrestlers at risk. I think that's smart. But you know what? I can see Vince taking advantage of it. His excuse is gonna be, they said I could do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they gave me the green light. Like I would be stupid not to do it. And I could tell you they're thirsty for that real crowd. I don't blame them. I miss fans too. They're thirsty for that real reaction.
It makes everything better at the end.
Bro, with wrestling, they need it. Like you need the noise.
You need it. Yeah.
Like you need the noise to influence the reaction. They're out there to manipulate reaction and feelings.
And it heightens the moment.
It's like the virtual fans is the best. I give them props for trying that and doing that, but it's not the same.
Yeah, it's not loud enough. It's not the same. It's
not as organic.
But at the end of the day, but how do you get that much people in there knowing if they're tested or not?
That's the thing. I feel like they wouldn't test them. They would probably just put the temperature forehead, take their temperature, and tell them to wear a mask. That's not good enough, man. Like,
nah, not if you're
unless you can put all 65K in like a pod or have glass directly around them. I don't think it's smart, yo. Like,
yeah. If you're sitting right next to somebody, you know something's gonna spread.
I don't trust strangers like that, man. I'm good. Crazy part is a lot of stupid people would say, screw it and go. But
no.
A lot of people would do it. They'll take the bait, bro. Like, I don't love it that much, man.
I don't think that's smart.
I ain't fucking with this winter, man. We're already in this pandemic.
It's not smart. It's not a smart move at all. I would say no. Maybe next year. Maybe sometime in the middle of the year.
Hopefully, maybe by WrestleMania. Hopefully, but I doubt that. But I don't see Vince not. Vince is too stubborn. I don't see him letting another WrestleMania go by with no fans. I don't see that at least.
Well, you gotta. I mean, maybe because by then maybe there's gonna be something to determine who's good and who's not. You know what I mean? But if you don't have no way to determine who's good, who's not, how you even gonna let somebody in and contaminate the whole room? Yeah, the whole area.
I do think they should also flirt with the idea of an outdoor venue, maybe too. That doesn't make things perfect, but it gives people more room to spread out. But that's another option. There was a rumor that they were going to do that for SummerSlam. They were going to do it on a beach and host it on a rented air beach, but they didn't do it. I thought it would have been cool.
That would have been a good idea, too.
That would have been a great idea right now. Like, SummerSlam, it would have made it feel like summer.
Yeah. That's actually the type of stuff they used to do way, way, way back. You know what I mean? But I don't know why they haven't really ever came back to it.
And all right, those are some of the greatest news topics, and I still think Bobby Lashley is definitely gonna get that match, man. Sammy, you're gonna be sorry, man. You're gonna be sorry. Brock Lesnar, like I said, if they were outside in the streets, right in front of us, my money's on Lashley, man.
Your money's on Lashley.
In any setting. UFC, Bellator, WWE,
your money's
boxing.
on Lashley. Your money's on Lashley.
I'm taking the black muscular guy over the white muscular guy. I don't want that farm guy.
This isn't even Brock Lesnar's prime no more, bro. And I still think Brock Lesnar would give him the business quick.
That's how I know he would lose. It'd take one good punch in the
he's
gut.
Not even 290 no more. He's like 270 something now, and I still think.
Yeah, and Bobby's like 270 something.
And I still think Brock.
Bobby's might be stronger and bigger.
He's definitely not stronger.
He's as good of a grappler as him.
Definitely not stronger, man.
He's stronger than him, bro.
He's definitely not stronger. Are you kidding me? Did you have you forgot the things Brock Lesnar used to do?
Brock Lesnar's weak now.
What? That dude could still F5 Big Show.
Yeah, but he struggles now. He's not the same strength, bro.
There's a reason why this guy never had moves like that. He only wants to spare people. You don't want to lift people up like that. He ain't got nothing on Brock Lesnar.
What do you mean? He picked up Big Show and Big Show was like 490, bro.
Get out of here.
He did. Go watch the tapes, bro. He ain't spin
him around like Brock.
He didn't, but I believe he dominated him.
Man,
nobody spine busted him.
Nobody dominated super heavyweights like Brock Lesnar. Like I said, if you wanted WWE style, it's even worse for you. He should actually call Dana White, because he might be able to get a lucky punch and beat him. You know what I mean? Don't do it under Vince, because you know you losing.